and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. In today's video, I will be showing you the process of creating my newest painting titled Good News of Great Joy. So please grab a cup of coffee, tea, or a treat and please enjoy. To begin the process, I created a preliminary sketch of what I wanted to create in this painting on Procreate. If you follow my Instagram and saw my paintings last Christmas, this painting will look very familiar. I merged both of my paintings from last Christmas and put it together to create a storybook painting. For sure, I really wanted 3D pieces in this painting and to feel like an illustrated book. To start the painting, I put 2 layers of dark blue acrylic paint to create my base. Then I put a couple of light layers of a parchment colored acrylic paint mixture to create the edges. I really wanted this to feel like an antique storybook. After adding a few layers of the dark blue, I then started adding a lighter blue to create depth in the painting. During this time of the process, I was really trying to figure out how I wanted the paint to look, which is why you see me going back and forth for the dark blue. And I'm also adding the area where the North Star is going to be. To continue creating the background, I am now creating the environment. Starting with page 1, I put my sketch of Mary and Joseph onto the canvas, trying to figure out how big to make the mountains that are going to be painted on the sides. And on page 2, I am using my mini model of the stable to figure out the dimensions for the houses that are going to be surrounding the stable. time, I created mini size sketches of how I wanted the 3D pieces to look and cut the proper size of canvas paper for them. After that, I then used a Sharpie to outline the sketches on tracing paper to help me add the graphite on the other side so I could transfer the images onto the canvas paper. After transferring all the sketches, I then taped all the pieces onto a clipboard, outlined them with brown acrylic paint, and started painting all of them. This painting was inspired by the greatest story ever told, the birth of our Savior and King Jesus. For page 1, the journey that Mary and Joseph took to Bethlehem. As Luke chapter 2 verses 4 and 5 say, "Now Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the city of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family of David, in order to register along with Mary, who was betrothed to him and was pregnant." For page 2, you will see the houses, the North Star glowing bright, as Jesus who was born and laying in the manger. As Luke chapter 2 verses 6 through 10 say, "While they were there, the time came for her to give birth, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn." In the same region, there were some shepherds staying out in the fields and keeping watch over their flock at night. And an angel of the Lord suddenly stood near them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terribly frightened. And so the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy, which will be for all the people. For today in the city of David there has been born for you a Savior, who is Christ the Lord." After all the pieces dried, I then cut them out and added gold acrylic ink on the edges. Now it's time to add the varnish. I first varnished the background of the painting, and after I then varnished all the 3D pieces. book, I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought this beautiful pattern leather and created a book cover using cake boards and some tacky glue. After creating the book, I then cut a small piece of the leather and tested the gold acrylic paint to see how it would look before I applied it to the actual book cover itself. I really wanted to add some gold shimmer to the leather to give it some more character and depth. After testing to see how the gold would look, I used the dry brushing method to apply it. And to add an extra final touch to the book cover, I used the backstitch method with gold embroidery thread. I did not record this part of the process, but I was able to mold the book cover open, and I also cut sketching paper and used distress ink to create the look of old parchment to create the pages, and I glued everything in place for the next step. Now it's time to assemble everything. I glued the painting onto the pages, and I then glued all the 3D pieces. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy birthday, Jesus, and Merry Christmas, everyone. See you soon.